There are so many unique aspects to our capital city, including a vibrant food and drink scene comprised of passionate individuals who are living out their dreams as business owners and leaders. You're invited to join us as we learn a little bit more about these restaurateurs, their businesses, and why such places are so important to our community. This is Eat Big in Little Rock.
Hello, my name is Kendra Pruitt, and I have the pleasure of serving as Mayor Scott's Chief of Staff at the City of Little Rock. And I want to welcome you back to another episode of Eat Big in Little Rock. And I'm sitting with the owner-operator, Mr. Terry Davie. Terry, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
We're excited to be here and learn more about Too Sweet. I've been seeing about it on social media, hearing about it through friends, and I had to check it out for myself. So thank you for opening your doors for us.
Well, thank you guys for coming. Like I said, Too Sweet started 22 years ago by my father, Jordan Davie, who was a master photographer and been doing so for over 50 years.
Did it start at this location?
Yes.
So you guys have been here, this exact location, all the time?
22 years, yes.
That's amazing. So you're a pillar of this neighborhood.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Well, tell me a little bit about why he decided to start Too Sweet.
Well, actually, Too Sweet was started as just to be a place where people can, come commune, have fun, shoot pool, relax, have a cold beer, eat a decent burger, and then from there, we've transcended our menu to, add some additional, breakfast items and some other things, and really just be a pillar, and a place of comfort, and fun for people, in the community.
How long did your father operate? Is he still part of the business, or when did you become the operator?
Oh yes, no doubt. He's involved, every day. But his thing, like I said, is shooting pool and that swing dancing at night. So but I pretty much handle all the food operations.
Okay.
So from there, that's how our partnership works.
Have you been involved for the entire 22 years?
Yes, ma'am, off and on.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about the food offering. Since you're kind of handling the food side, you say you guys have added, I think you are known for the burger, right?
Yes, ma'am. Like I say, the burgers are, awesome. And, from there, with lifestyles and trends today, we've changed. We've added, some healthy options, for our salads. We do a no-carb griller, which basically you get a choice of meat, your sauteed vegetables, and salad that comes with it. We do have a huge list of salads that we offer, and as far as the breakfast, we offer pancakes, French toast breakfast, awesome omelets, and a loaded egg scramble, and
wow,
several other things as well. So
that's amazing. That's exactly. A full menu.
And one thing about it is that you can get it any time. So
all day, as long as you're open, you can do the breakfast or the lunch menu.
Yes.
Wow. And I'll tell anybody who's listening, I've been here, and if you're trying to eat clean, you can do it even here at Too Sweet Bar and Grill, because I had the salad and it was amazing too. Tell me about your favorite dish on the menu.
Well, my favorite burger is going to be a Frisco burger. As far as breakfast items, I'm going to say the ultimate omelet, which is the sausage and bacon, all the sauteed vegetables, mushrooms, onions, bell peppers, American cheese, and it comes with our home house-made smothered potatoes. So those two items right there for me, it does it every time.
I'm a sucker for smothered potatoes, so I need to get some of those, maybe before I leave even. So that sounds delicious. Talk to me about the breakfast. What time do you guys start serving?
Well, actually, we open, from 10 to 2 for lunch. Okay. And, breakfast is served the entire time. Okay. You have to have your orders in by 1:30. And in the afternoons, that's Tuesday through, Monday is 10 to 2, but Tuesday through Friday is 10 to 2, and then we come back from 5 to 7:30. Okay. Now, in addition to those days, on Wednesday and Friday, we do offer special items, like Wednesday's our wing night, okay. From 5, well, not from 5, but actually from 7:30, until about 10. Okay. And the same thing with Friday. But Friday is different, various options, usually our barbecue night.
Oh, wow.
And now from those hours, from 7 to 9, it's just those additional items. But breakfast can be served from 5:30 till 7:30, during the other days that we're open. Okay. So basically, anytime we open on the grill, you can get breakfast.
Tell me where the name came from, Too Sweet.
Too Sweet, is actually just being, as it is, being generous to people, standing up to your word, doing everything that you say. And just being a person of your word and standing up to it, being nice, and of course sweet to everybody.
I love that. When you think of Too Sweet in a restaurant name, you might think of sweet treats, cakes and cookies and things of that sort, but you mean in how you treat people and your customer service.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
I like that. You need to market that even more because I love the way that ties together. And when you walk in here, you feel warm, you feel the family atmosphere, you definitely are greeted, and I can attest they are Too Sweet here at Too Sweet. So thank you for sharing that. Let's talk a little bit about the neighborhood. Okay. You guys have been here at this location since the very beginning. We know that we're on Stagecoach, so you're connected to Colonel Glenn essentially, and the Colonel Glenn, you're connected to 430. This is a growing and bustling area too.
It is, and like I said, it's a beautiful community. Glad to be a part of it. There's several, subdivisions in here, several schools, and we've had, the opportunity to meet, several good people. There's a lot of beautiful families around here. So, that's really a big goal for us every day is just to really come and to be a part of, everything that's going on around here. Just being that solid pillar, in the community. And, we enjoy, like I say, serving the great people around here.
And that's kind of the purpose of Eat Big in Little Rock, where we can explore neighborhoods through those local eateries, because those restaurants often become part of the community that surrounds it. A lot of the folks that you see are probably regulars. They live nearby, they work nearby, and it means a lot to a community when you have a restaurant like Too Sweet here for them to kind of live, work, and play. So one thing about our administration under Mayor Frank Scott Jr. is investing in areas that have been historically overlooked. Okay. And so I think Ward 7, Ward 6 are what we've deemed as targeted community development areas. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to make sure that folks are investing in this part of town. Have you seen what that growth looks like lately? Have you seen new jobs, new development in this area?
Well, I'm encouraged that those things, can happen. Under good, and solid, like I say, leadership. Right. Like I say, we're here to stand by and, just do the best that we can do, and show our support, for, the areas as being here and, being a solid, a business person in the community, and doing what we need to do to, serve, basically doing our part.
We're sitting on the edge of Ward 6, where Director Doris Wright is the board director member, and then Ward 7, where we actually sit, is Director B.J. Wyrick. And so I know they advocate for these neighborhoods, but I'm not sure if you're aware, Top Golf was announced as selecting a location near 430 and Colonel Glenn. Do you see that as being bolstering your business here and how that helps you guys?
There's definitely a possibility. And I think that when we enlighten, with shows like this, and when we enlighten, the businesses that are in the communities, because right. A lot of time, a lot of smaller businesses get, overlooked. Right. But, having someone, with the notoriety as Top Golf come to the area definitely could be a plus, right. For all of us around here.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad to hear that, because, one announcement trickles down into others, and it benefits residents and businesses alike, or at least that's our hope. So I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys will pick up business as a result of those types of developments.
Yeah, hopefully so. We definitely got some good products for them.
Good deal. When you all started here, when your father started, what made him select this location? Did you grow up in this area, or what made him choose this location?
Well, I'm familiar. Like I graduated from J. Fair High School.
Not too far down the road.
Not too far down the road. But no, I didn't grow up in the area, but it just was something. And I'm gonna say, it was a great, a jewel, a hidden jewel that was found, and like I say, we're just so blessed to, be able to, become a part of it.
Let's talk a little bit about being a black business, not only in Little Rock, but just being a black business owner. We know historically data shows that there are a lot of obstacles that black business owners have to face to be successful. You guys have maneuvered pandemic. You've been here 22 years, so mm-hmm. You've been through a lot, seen a lot. How difficult has that been, and what have been some of those challenges for you?
Well, I think, everything, in my opinion, it starts from within. I was just so blessed to be raised by, two entrepreneur parents, and my father and mother. And, you know, that was instilled, you know, I opened my first restaurant when I was 23.
Wow.
So I think it's all within, you know, there are challenges, you know, and just whatever, but, you know, I think that you got to have, you know, a self, you know, work ethic that, you know, fights, you know, through, you know, its environment, you know, whatever it is.
Just being resilient, pushing through,
Exactly.
no
And if
matter
you don't
what.
have that, I mean, it's, you know, regardless, it's going to be tough.
Absolutely. No, that makes sense. And something that we've tried to champion at the City of Little Rock under Mayor Scott's administration is really having an increased focus on minority businesses and being a service to them to the extent city government can, but increasing our efforts. We have a small business development office, making sure that through the pandemic we did some small business development grants and just different things like that to keep them afloat, because we know that small businesses are the lifeblood of our city. And entrepreneurship, as you mentioned, is one way particularly that you can close a lot of those wealth gaps that exist in our society. And so we want to be very intentional about supporting those, increasing our spend at the city level. Who are we spending our dollars with? Because the more we elevate minority businesses, we know that our entire city will thrive. Terry, thank you so much for having us here at Two Sweet Bar and Grill. Can you tell the people where they can find you, the address, and if you're on any social media platforms?
Yes, you can find Two Sweet Bar and Grill at 4819 Stagecoach Road here in Little Rock. And I repeat our hours, we're here from, you know, Monday through Friday, 10 to 2. We're open for lunch. And Tuesday through Friday, we're here from, in the afternoons, we're here from 5 to 7:30, you know, for our dinner. We do pool tournaments on Wednesday and Saturday, and also on Wednesday nights from 7:30 into 10, and Friday nights from 8 to 10, we have a special, you know, chef, you know, Pride BQ that does wings and barbecue. And on Saturdays, we're here from 3 to 7:30.
Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Eat Big in Little Rock. We'll see you next time.